we've all heard about walkers, wheelchairs, and crutches, so the concept of helping people move isn't new. But as with everything, there's always room for improvement.
An inventor found a group of underrepresented people and revolutionized a piece of technology to help people simply walk. But that's not all it's doing. Check out the LifeGlider. It's common for seniors to use walkers or other aids, but there are plenty of other people of all ages who need assistance and have different needs. Take our friend Margaret Fisk, for example. She has hypermobile version of Erlo's Downlows or EDS.
Basically, it means that all of my ligaments are loosey-goosey.
Margaret makes light of her condition, but it wasn't always that way.
I learned to stop telling people what was going on because they didn't believe me because there was no outward sign of it.
On the outside, Margaret doesn't appear to have disability, and that's common among EDS patients. So when she reached out and was turned away time after time, Margaret decided to do some research of her own and ended up in San Francisco to test out an early model of the LifeGlider.
I think 1.5, no, not even, basically 3/4 of the way around the circle, I was speaking more coherently. I was engaged with things. I was walking for the first time in at least 2 or 3 years without every step being ultimate torture.
The LifeGlider technology differs from traditional walkers in many ways, but the most noticeable one being that the user doesn't have to hunch over and hold on. It frees up their hands while being able to walk. This is to free the user to make their own breakfast, pick up a grandkid, or maybe even dance with someone. This was something that was important to the inventor.
The hope is that we transform how people perceive people with mobility issues, and that mobility isn't about going from one place to sit to another place to sit.
Robert Karlovich has been an inventor since he was 3 years old. His first creation, a bird.
I made a bird, it didn't fly, and I was very disappointed that I couldn't make that bird fly.
He eventually just gave the bird a new paint job in 1976 and moved on to bigger things.
So I was looking for something to actually work on, and I saw a show about vets coming back from the war with these terrible injuries. And the program was really talking about how their future was bleak. Like all the things that typical people are doing in their kitchen, around the house, in their daily lives, was not going to be available to a lot of these folks, these heroes. And I just thought that that was not acceptable.
And after much thought came the LifeGlider.
Yeah, life-changing is not understating it.
With the technology, Robert was able to give back what some, like Margaret, have lost.
You know, I like nature. Being locked in my house without nature is a nightmare. And the LifeGlider gave those back to me. The longer you can do the things that make your life work for you, and that make you happy, that key you in, the better that life is.
Now this is only the beginning of the LifeGlider. Robert wants to make improvements, including outdoor tires and power assist, but that's for a later date. However, the goal remains to help people for years to come.
To be the enabler for transformation in someone's life, it's just so rewarding. It's just wonderful to be able to take an idea that you have, create something that actually works, and then see it helping somebody. You just want that to happen over and over again.